Imagine, if you will, that you turned on your phone, logged onto your computer, flipped on your TV, and went to check the latest news. But they all said the same thing. Nothing happened in the world today. We have nothing to report. There is no news. Can you imagine a day like that? Well, it did in fact happen. Greetings, YouTubers. It's your illustrious Lady Rouge One Full here, and I'm working on other things as well as dealing with life's multiple disappointments. So I thought it'd be fun to do a quick video soothing you over with my dulcet tones until I'm done. Let's talk about the most boring day in history, April 11th, 1954. So it may seem impossible that nothing significant happened. Something somewhere always happens. Something somewhere had to have happened, right? Well, even years later, trying to prove that something must have happened, were a few experts that ran over 300 million important event searches for that century, but it came out to nothing. The algorithm was created by a Cambridge professor to look up people, places, events, businesses, but nothing happened. Me deciding to be slightly cheeky, just looked up movies that were released in April of that year, and still nothing. There was a movie released on the 8th and the 17th, but nothing on the 11th. The only things that happened but weren't major newsworthy was that Belgium had a general election, and be honest, when was the last time you thought of Belgium in any capacity other than when you got a craving for waffles? Exactly, you haven't. A Turkish academic was born, but him being an academic wasn't significant until decades later. And a soccer player died at the age of 69. His death was so inconsequential that I can't even find a photo of him. I couldn't even find archives of his obituary. This is what his Wikipedia page looks like. This is it. This man unfortunately died on what is considered the most boring, uneventful day in human history. Now, surprisingly enough, that day being called the dullest day ever was not the first time this had been declared. And also, surprisingly enough, happened in April 30th, 1990. So me being cheeky again, I just looked up movies that were being released during that time, and again, nope. Literally the day before though, there was All's Quiet on the Western Front. So on April 30th, 1930, a BBC announcer came on at 6 p.m. and flat out said, "There is no news." So again, did nothing happen that day? Well, yes and no. The only significance, in big fat quotation marks, things that did happen was a Dutch soccer club was created and Italy announced that they were making 29 new naval ships, and that's it. So how come that naval ship thing wasn't talked about more at least? Well, it was 1930, not 1939, so World War II hadn't happened yet. And those naval ships wouldn't do anything significant until years later. We live in a 24-hour news cycle, and honestly, that shit can get rather exhausting. Whether it's good news, news that makes you feel happy, bad news, or oh dear god no kind of news. Considering there was ever a day, let alone 2 days in modern human history where we can emphatically say at any point throughout the day, nothing happened, there is no news, is kind of a day I would hope to see. Cause to me at least, even if it's for one stinking day, it could feel even slightly like the world was somewhat at peace. Well, thank you for watching and indulging me on this silly little video. Later days.
Like I said, I hate you jerks.